Tuesdays Live, and we are talking today about food FOMO and the holidays. Yeah, what is food FOMO? I'm about to tell you. So you're going to definitely want to know. Plus, I'm going to give you some of my best tips on how to handle foodie FOMO through the holidays, which we are about to go into. Halloween is on Sunday, and it has begun. The holiday season is upon us. Thank you for being here really quickly. Let me introduce myself in case you are new. My name is Renee Paulson. I am a recovering food and sugar addict. I am also a certified healthy living and nutrition coach. Whoa, I stumbled on the end for today. I'm also a wife, mom of two, the sugar detox coach. And let me just really get this out in the open really quick before we get started into foodie FOMO. I'm the sugar detox coach. I teach you how to eat sugar, not to ever have sugar, because I don't think that that's realistic, not in today's day and age, and I still like treats. So I teach people how much sugar is in everything and what would be worth it to have. Like, would you rather have a 20-ounce Mountain Dew or a Cinnabon? I'd rather have a Cinnabon all day long, and a Cinnabon actually has less sugar. That's what I wanted to get out of the air. I don't want people to think that I am the anti-sugar. I just think that um, learning things and actually, you know, gaining knowledge on how much sugar is in everything, that's going to be the key to actually health and, for a lot of women, weight loss. So added sugars and everything, it's hiding, but we're not even going to go into that direction today. Today we're talking about foodie FOMO. Now, I posted this video and it was actually originally on my Instagram stories yesterday about foodie FOMO. It's gonna be one of those days. And boba tea. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, that's usually where I post to stories, because the Facebook one doesn't connect, and I don't know, it just doesn't match up. So if you are interested in kind of like following my everyday, day-to-day shenanigans, everyday tips, all of that, make sure you follow me on Instagram too. That Instagram handle obviously is going to be at the Sugar Detox Coach. But I talked about boba tea, and it was because my daughter's birthday was last Friday. Yeah. I don't even know what day it is. It's crazy busy lately. But her birthday was last Friday. She and her girlfriends wanted boba tea. So we went out and got boba tea. Now, I have never had boba tea, and I didn't know what the hell it was. And I was like, what is this? And I kept asking people. I knew, like, I've seen it. I'm not like living under a rock, but I didn't know what it was, what those little black balls were, and like what is that? So I started asking people. This one lady told me it was something like tapioca thing, something, and now I have a texture issue with some things, like pudding and jello and like I don't know. But when I got there, and so I had kind of in the back of my mind already thought, like, I'm probably not gonna like this. I probably won't like it. And then foodie FOMO kicked in, and I was like, I need to know what this tastes like just for research and development, right? I started negotiating with myself, and I was like, research and development, I need to know. And so I got a boba tea because my FOMO kicked in. And I did not like it at all. And I actually ended up giving it away because I wasn't about to drink that. I knew it had a lot of sugar in it. And so if it was something good that was worth it, then hell yeah, I would definitely have it and then have that for my treat that week. But if it's something that I don't enjoy, and this should go for you as well, or anybody, if it's something that you know has a lot of sugar in it and you're not enjoying it, don't have it. Like, take that and save it and have something that you enjoy. Like, would I rather have pudding or a Reese's peanut butter cup? All day, every day, Reese's peanut butter cup. I wouldn't even waste the time on pudding. That's how you weigh out your examples. So foodie FOMO really is that fear of missing out. That, you're either going out with your friends, or you're going out on a date night, or you're going out to a restaurant, or you're going to a pumpkin patch because we've got the holidays coming up, or you're going to Thanksgiving or Christmas parties, your husband's office party, or your wife's um, whatever their big office party, whatever it is. Like, we have a lot of shiznit coming up, and so literally it's about to get real up in this biatch, because foodie FOMO and holiday foodie FOMO is 10 times harder to deal with. So it's that fear of missing out. And now with the holidays coming, that fear of missing out can compound, because let's say you're going to Aunt Sally's because she always throws Thanksgiving and she's got bomb ass stuffing, or she makes the best pecan pie, right? Or 7-layer cookies, or whatever it is, right? And you know that in the office lady that, they bring the potluck and she makes this best, whatever the dish is. All of these dishes are coming out because it's the holidays. And nobody thinks about calories during the holidays or sugar content or any of that. We just bring out our best recipes. We bring out the recipes that have a ton of butter and a ton of sugar, and they're very unhealthy because we're like, well, we only do this once a year, right? Right. But the problem then becomes is when, your foodie FOMO kicks in during the holidays and you're like, I'm not going to get this particular dish until next year. So I must eat it. And then you're like, okay, maybe that was Thursday on Thanksgiving. And then you have leftovers, 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 or all the Halloween candy coming out. And again, we're going into December, which all the holiday parties. So you're going to have back-to-back days where there is stuff put up in your face, and it's gonna be hard. I am not gonna sugarcoat this at all. The holidays are some of the roughest for food and sugar addicts. And even if you didn't struggle with sugar or food before, you're about to, because it's everywhere. The holidays literally is completely surrounded around food. These holidays coming up, think about it. Halloween, candy, Thanksgiving, food, obviously. And also, Friendsgiving, which is food before actual Thanksgiving. And what else? All the holiday office parties. And then you have Christmas or Hanukkah, whichever you celebrate. Then you have New Year's. Like, you're having a compound effect. So, what I suggest for the holidays is, number one, you've got to get really honest with yourself. Okay. And this is not a time to sit here and think, maybe I'll have some self-control this year. If you didn't have any self-control last year, let's not count on having self-control this year. Let's make a plan instead, because self-control, once you see all that, you have a physiological response in your body, because your body is not it's designed to want all those things. It's designed to want all the sugar, all the sweet stuff, all the fatty, buttery stuff, all the salty things. Like, our bodies have not adapted to being able to have food at any point in time. So your body physically sees this food. And the crazy part is that it actually makes changes in your body. So it smells better, it looks better, it tastes better. It's everything about it is better. Okay. Again, I'm not going to sugarcoat this, because you're going into the battle. This is like the months-long battle that we are about to enter into. And so what you need to do, again, get really honest with yourself and be like, okay, if I didn't have any self-control last year, I need to bet on not having self-control this year. We're not even going to go into, oh, I'm going to try to be better this year. Make a plan. Make a plan. Even if you have to, take a calendar down, or in your daily, your tracker, if you've got a monthly tracker, and write down right now or this week before Halloween hits, because Halloween is Sunday. I know that there's lots of Halloween parties on Saturday. I'm attending a Halloween party, and so I have made a plan for this. So make a plan and write down in your calendar what you're going to attend, or what you think you're going to attend, even if someone has not fully invited you to their like holiday office party, right? Or you don't know exactly what date it's going to be on. Still make a plan and know, okay, I've got this Halloween party, and then I have Halloween and the remnants of Halloween. Most of the women in here, or lots of women, we're moms of young children that have full access to candy bags. Now, I don't know about you, but I would raid my kids' candy bags every single year. Except, obviously the last several years I have had self-control, and this year is the first year I have self-control to have really good candy that I have bought for the neighborhood kids to hand out in my house. Normally I do last minute candy shopping just so it's not in the house, but this year I feel okay. And it's because I've made extra plans and these extra layers. So make your plan. Find out if you're wanting to go to 4 different Thanksgiving dinners, then gorging yourself on all 4 is not going to feel great and it's not going to help you at all. So let's say you have several Thanksgiving dinners that you need to hit, right? Because you've got family from all over the place. Plan on what you have planned for that day. What are you going to eat? Is that going to be one dessert, which I would suggest, but let's say there's pumpkin pie and pecan pie and you can't choose, right? Because you've got foodie FOMO. See if you can split a slice with somebody else so you can make one whole slice, but still, at least you're still getting a little bite of each. Make it a portion control because, again, if you didn't have self-control last year, and this is a no judgment because you don't even want to see the things I have done on the holidays, including full-on friends mode of wearing pregnancy pants so that I could fit more food in and almost a whole pie. Anyway, so if you didn't have self-control, then again, we just have to make those extra layers of plans. So make your plan. Know what you're getting yourself into instead of like walking in blind and being like, well, I know I have holiday parties, but I'm just going to kind of like go with the flow and forget about it. Again, it's a very stressful time. So your cortisol levels are going to be up, your stress hormones are going to be up, which is cortisol, obviously. And that also can make you tend to crave sugar and crave salt. So knowing that you have that, figure out a way to really manage your stress through the holiday season, making your plan going into the meals that you're going into. And like I said, if you have that foodie FOMO where you're like, well, I really want to have a bite of Sally's pumpkin pie and this pecan pie because both of them make delicious pies. Split it with someone. Don't have 2 slices of pie. If there's 3 pies, make it a third so you make one serving. Whatever it is, even if you get like the tiniest drop, if it's going to be that foodie FOMO where you're not going to sit there and just obsess about it and it's just that little taste, then that's what I suggest. I also highly suggest taking an accountability partner into the holidays and having some type of accountability with that partner. And even if, let's say, a lot of people will put their weight loss plans on hold through the holidays and then just kickstart again for January for our New Year's resolution. And when you do that and you don't have a plan and you go into the holidays, that's when you can tend to gain that 5 to 10 extra holiday pounds because you went in with no plan and no accountability partner. So those are 2 tips that I severely suggest, and I have done those personally for myself, knowing that we are going into the holiday season. Thanksgiving is a little bit of less of a difficult time for me. It's more like Christmas. And even this year, just for example, I have a dish that is from my family. Again, all the family dishes come out around the holidays. That's called Christmas morning rolls that I have even tried to figure out a negotiating way to make this Christmas dish. And I can't do it because it's got so much sugar in it. It's so unhealthy that even though it's a tradition for my family to have that on Christmas morning for forever, ever since I remember, that's something this year that I'm actually not planning on making just because if I have other holiday things, then I'm not going to just add that on top of it. So it just keeps going back into that plan and then accountability. My accountability partner, which is my husband, actually hates that dish. And so he's like, I am good. I don't want it at all. So we shouldn't make it. And so, that made it a lot easier to cut that out of our holiday tradition this year. And that can be difficult too when you look at having to cut out some holiday traditions that are in your family. Um, but I can tell you that there were times that I did that because in my family, I have very unhealthy parents and step parents that continue to struggle with food. And, that it's a learned behavior. When we talked about environment on a live stream last week, that when the holidays comes around is when you can really see a lot of the habits that are passed down from generation to generation. And I'm going to talk about this more on Thursday's exclusive live stream in the private Facebook group. So if you're not a member of that group yet, I'm going to put the link in the comments so you can go head over there, join that group. It's absolutely free, but it's really just exclusive lives focused on healthy lifestyle, losing weight, how to keep from detoxing from sugar, how to keep yourself from, again, going back into full-blown addiction with sugar and ending up in that binge cycle. So I give a lot of information that you will not see anywhere else. Those are exclusive lives on Thursdays in that group. So I will link that in this group. But it's definitely something that after that live, you're going to pay attention to, especially Thanksgiving coming up. That's the next holiday, after obviously Halloween, which Halloween, I feel like it's more like a kid's holiday. But I'll tell you that I had a lot of women commenting on that Foodie FOMO that had gone to maybe pumpkin patches over the weekend, that with their friends or girlfriends, and they were like, I sucked down a half a dozen apple cider donuts and didn't even, wasn't even thinking about it. And I just, wanted to have that. So that Foodie FOMO is really real. And like I said, with the holidays coming up, it's about to get even more real. I definitely encourage you to make a plan, even if it's a tentative plan. But that plan could be, let's say, you have two office parties because you've got two parents. Maybe it's your office party and your spouse's office party coming up in December. Let's say the holidays with that. Choose which one you're gonna, maybe if you want to have a cocktail, you want to have an adult cocktail, or you want to have a dessert, or you want to have food, and then choose the other one to maybe make your healthier choices. Choose one or the other, because choosing both, that's what ends up into that cycle where we always feel like in January, oh God, I gotta lose whatever, 20 pounds, whatever it is. Every time I hit January, I would always say, I'm gonna lose this 80 pounds this year. I'm gonna do it. And then it was just more of the same. And it wasn't until literally I detoxed from sugar to get a hold of my cravings that I was like, okay, I feel like I'm in control. And then from there on, just managing that and having a treat once a week. And if you're maintaining, you can have treats more than once a week. But, during the holidays, it's a very slippery slope because everything is laden with so much sugar, salt, butter, fat, everything. It's all the good stuff that's coming out because everybody brings out their best recipes. I mean, it's like, oh, you got to just wait till I make you my Christmas cookies. And you're like, I want your Christmas cookies, so just knowing that, let's say Barb makes Christmas cookies, I'm going to have one Christmas cookie, and then Barb, thank you so much, but you have to give them to somebody else, or something like that. Let me know what your best plans are for the holidays coming up. Excuse me, the hiccups. Put them in the comments. I'd love to hear what your plans are for your holiday Foodie FOMO. I definitely have been there, especially during the holidays, and overloaded my plate and just continued to eat and eat and eat and eat. And I went in with no plan. And without a plan, that's when shit can hit the fan. So make your plan, take your accountability partner with you, and yeah, best wishes during the holidays. I'm going to continue to give my best holiday tips throughout the holiday season because, like I said, we are only at the beginning. And if you are struggling with Halloween candy that is coming home into your house, I feel you, sister. Take a deep breath. I'm going to be going over how to handle having all of that candy in the live stream for next Tuesday. So if you're watching this as a replay, make sure your notifications are turned on so you can hop on, jump on with me live. You can ask questions, we can chat, we can hang out. It's going to be great. I hope that you have an amazing Tuesday. Make it a great day. Have a happy Halloween. Don't eat too much candy, but still have a piece of candy. I'm definitely going to. And otherwise, I love you bunches, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.